Hey everyone, I'm here at the Bard. My pronouns are they, them. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is hopefully going to be like a quick 5-10 minute video on me just going over some stuff going on with my book, Dear Dandi Hart. So, last you guys heard about Dear Dandi Hart was probably about a year ago now. I did a reading of it in a writer's group that I was in, and then I started doing submissions to various publishing houses. When I was doing that, I had kind of just finished rounds of edits, done beta reader feedback, incorporated as much as I could, had done like line work, and it is currently sitting at 122,000 words, which is a lot of words. It's a lot. So I've been doing submissions for over a year now. And I just sent off to 3 different publishing applications. I sent off to Bindery. That was earlier this month. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. I sent off to, I sent off to Pitch Fest. I sent off yesterday to a queer imprint of Penguin Random House that was for under 150K. And then today I sent off to a small imprint, an indie press that wanted between 70K and 100K, which mine is 20K over that, which I was having a conversation on Kate Kavanaugh's live stream where people were saying that's probably like way too much over, and I should think about doing another round of line edits if I want to get it under that. Problem is I already sent it off. It's already out there. So can't do much about that. If they reject it because it's like way too high, I can't do anything about that. So that's where I'm at right now, is that I am kind of just continuing to put my work out there for Dear Dandi Hart. And I'm starting to think about what do I do if no one wants this, because it's such a good book. I've never been as proud of a book as I am of Dear Dandi Hart because it's so good. I'm so proud of it. Every time I read it, I am captivated as a reader. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I wrote this. It's exactly the story that I want to read. So let me tell you what it's about, because me saying that over and over again doesn't tell you anything. Dear Dandi Hart follows Dandi Hart, as you would assume. He is dealing with a lot of strife in his life. His grandfather has fallen ill. He lives with his grandfather. He is a nobleman. And the reason he lives with his grandfather is because when he started living as a man, his mother cast him out and basically was like, if you want to live as a man, you can die as a man. And his grandfather took him in and basically cut off his mother and was like, I reject your idea of who my grandson is, and I love my grandson. And so he was still raised as a nobleman in this country. And then there's a secondary plot of his family is Fey lineage in a country of humans, essentially, after a war has happened between the Fey and the humans, and they are the only like Fey diplomats essentially in the country. They're the only Fey diplomats left in the world. And so he is kind of dealing with, what does it mean to be a Fey person when I don't really know who that is? he doesn't know who his father really is because his father died when he was young. His mother has cast him out. His grandfather, who is like a Fae person, really didn't talk about it because of the war and the things that happened during the war. There's a lot of trauma that came along with the war and with everything that happened. And so he's been raised in this post-war climate where it is like, we just simply don't talk about our Fae lineage, and we are very much given this title because we like ratted out our people. We came here before the war happened, and then it was either you die or you become servants to us. So that's kind of like the background stuff that happens before the book actually starts. And then the book is all about Dan as he kind of sorts through all of these feelings and all of these things that have happened in the past and moves forward with his life. And as that happens, his grandfather's fallen ill at the beginning of the story. So he's dealing with his grandfather's illness, a new job that he's taken on because he's kind of like, I don't know about being a diplomat. That doesn't feel right to me. And so he has taken on a job as a article writer at a newspaper. And we see where his life takes him throughout the next couple of years. He meets another young man who they start working together, and him and Aisling fall in love, and they figure out their history together and how they are bound together. They deal with the gentry and with the low class and with the Fae and with all of these different turmoils in the world as the world is changing around them, really, as they're falling in love as well. And so I think it's just kind of a beautiful love story that deals with a lot of intricacies of love and grief and how those things are bound together. So that is what Dear Dandi Hart is about. I'm so looking forward to when I do get this finally published. I don't know when that's going to be, though. It could be in a year. It could be in 5 years. I don't know. But I am starting to think about, like, do I want to self-publish this? Because no one is taking it. No one has been like, yes, we want this. And the reason I had, like, gone after more traditional publishing when I never thought I was going to do that for this specific book is because I never thought I'd get to a point where I would be like, oh my God, the world needs this book. Like, I am in love with this book. And like, having written this book actually made me regret that I had published before, because I feel as if the fact that I've published 15 books and they didn't sell super well is working against me in this, because it shows that I don't sell very well. It shows that I'm not good at marketing myself. And because of that, I feel kind of crappy about, like, oh, maybe I did the wrong thing here by publishing all those other books. Even though I think that they're decent books, I think they're good books, but it just, I don't know, Dear Dandi Hart is on such another level for me, and I've just never had that before. And I don't think I ever thought I would get to that. I don't think I ever thought that was like my books were good and they've made an impact. I've had articles written about them, and I've had people say that they were important to them, and I have had conversations, and I've had articles written about me and all sorts of things. But just something about Dear Dandi Hart hits differently to me specifically. I don't know. I think that's all I have for you today, though. So, with all of that said, I have been Hero the Bard. My pronouns are they, them, and thank you for joining me for this little chatty video. And I will see you next time. Bye.